Untrue Believers. This is Modular Media's No Prize Podcast, the podcast where we talk Marvel, comics, movie, merchandise, and more. I am your host, Boingo Writer, and with me, as always, in the bullpen,
representing the... Oh, God. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. I bought toys competition. The Vacuuminator is here.
Congratulations on being a consumer.
Yeah. Also, now that I actually have a DC Multiverse toy, this is Darkseid War Calabac, I noticed on the bottom of these things, it says Batman and all associated characters, copyright and trademark of Warner Brothers. Not DC Comics, copyright of Warner Brothers. Batman and the rest. Fuck you.
It may be a separate legalese thing.
Why did I buy a toy? It's to go with a Mezco toy that has not arrived yet. If you watched last week's episode, you know what it is.
Oh.
I pulled the trigger.
You pulled the trigger!
Also, I got
Bang
some...
Bang Devil Trigger.
Some Star Wars toys that are based on comics. Marvel Comics Leia and Dark Horse. Yeah, Dark Horse Comics, Mara Jade. And because he was on clearance, and I think he'll make a good stand-in for now, I got Ragnarok.
Nice.
Robo Terminator 4. Look at him. Look, he comes with the spinny hammer effect, but not any actual figures of Thor have yet. What the hell?
Well.
No, it's weird.
Fraggle Rock.
Actually, let me check real quick.
Are we down in Fraggle Rock?
Yep. The Marvel Legend says Marvel, all trademarks and registered trademarks are property of their respective owners. So, like, Hasbro knows what's up, but Todd's just like, I only care about Batman. Sorry.
Yeah, well. Hey, guess what we're doing today?
What are we doing today?
We're going back to Earth's Mightiest Heroes. We're watching an episode of that, and hey, guess what? You know everybody's favorite characters, the Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh yeah, I love those guys. I love their kooky, plucky nature and their fun space jokey jokes and their cool licensed music. That's the best.
Yeah, you ain't getting that. This is Earth's Mightiest Heroes Season 2, Episode 6, Michael Korvac with the Comics Guardians.
This is essentially Cosmic Marvel comes to show the Avengers how bitch level they are.
It's also, at the time when this show was made, the most Scrimblow episode there could be.
Because this was a good, 5 years before MCU Guardians?
Yes, it was 5 years before MCU. And this has what would have been the Comics Guardians for at least a little bit, which is Star-Lord, Adam Warlock, Rocket Raccoon, Groot, and Quasar. Notice there's a couple names missing there for people who only know the Guardians from the MCU.
Yeah, but hey, you get Groot with clothes.
Yeah.
Groot voiced by Troy Baker, nonetheless.
It relaunched in 2008, yes, but still, Guardians was not the mainstream book. It was the fan favorite book. And then we have Michael Korvac. We'll talk about him.
Michael Korvac, one of those guys who, like, I've heard of, but I don't know exactly what's up with him, because the Korvac saga, that's a name I know, but, like, Back Issues hasn't done an episode on it, so how the fuck am I gonna know what happens to that?
This was pretty much kind of, this was the story.
Guy gets kidnapped by the Kree and goes fucking insane.
I don't think it's Kree, but, like, yeah, no, guy gets power and then just goes off the deep end.
It's funny you should say Michael Korvac sounds like an internet voice actor, because he is also voiced by Troy Baker. I get the feeling they hired him to play Michael Korvac, and then they went, "Oh, we need somebody to do Groot as well. Can you do like a Monster Mash voice?" Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
But yeah, no, that's pretty much it. It's just Michael Korvac shows up and the Guardians try to apprehend them, and it's the classic
and
Marvel way.
the Avengers are caught in the middle, and they're just trying to fix things as best they can.
But dear God, is this primo era Scrimblow era for like all of these characters?
Yeah, it's a weird lineup.
First off, this Star-Lord is classic Star-Lord.
Yeah, it's gruff, cool guy Star-Lord. And they probably got like the perfect guy to voice him too. Because do you want to hazard a guess who voices Star-Lord?
David Hayter, I don't know.
Steve Downes,
Huh. What else did he do?
Master Goddamn Chief.
Oh, that makes so much sense.
Mm-hmm.
Especially with the helmet. Then you also have Quasar, which not a super ton of people know about.
Yeah, and I did check. I don't recognize her voice actress from anything. Yeah, Master Chief voices Star-Lord, and he gives him like a gruff, scary space guy voice. It's weird if you only know the movies.
It's a little bit like Master Chief, because I played a little Halo. It's similar to Master Chief, just in like a little bit of a higher register.
Yeah.
Like Master Chief is a base, Master Chief, and this was more of like it's up there, you know.
Yeah. You don't know what you're dealing with, Iron Man.
Yeah. Groot wears pants.
Yeah, Groot wears pants and a shirt. Groot's just like a dude with tree stuff going on.
And it's like old mentality of Groot of like, out of the tree, he can come back, blow him up.
Which they do a little bit in Guardians 3.
Yeah. And Adam Warlock, pretty typical comic book Adam Warlock.
Yeah. Voiced by Kirk Fortin.
Okay.
Do you recognize that name?
No.
Well, you fucking should, because that's Gabumon's voice actor.
Holy shit, he's Gabblemon?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. You know what? I can totally hear it. I can hear it in my head. And then the most Scrimblow bit of this all, because for people who are unaware, yeah, Shadow the Hedgehog. I don't know. Rocket is here with his original comic book Australian accent.
Yeah. He's just full on yelling about like puck cells and whatnot.
It's, dear God, it's wonderful and amazing.
His voice actor is Greg Ellis, who, like, I don't really know from anything, but he did a ton of voices in Batman the Brave and the Bold. Like, he was Dr. Fate, Gentleman Ghost, Hawk, Mr. Mind, and Thomas Wayne in that show. And he was one of the big bads of Jackie Chan Adventures. He was Velmont.
Holy shit, he was Velmont?
Yeah.
Oh, fuck, dude, Velmont.
Yeah, voice actors in this show are fucking insane sometimes, man.
This is just a who's who of, like, dope dudes.
I think he did voice Rocket in one other thing. I don't know if it was in MVC3. Let me double check that real quick.
Yeah. I mean, that would make sense because they're, I don't know. No, MVC3 would have been right around Guardians, would it?
Yeah, he did.
Okay, cool.
Hey, look at that. Greg Ellis, the once go-to voice for Rocket Raccoon, no longer.
Now someone who can do a
Bradley Cooper impression.
Yeah. Good episode.
Which, I mean, is not bad. You do just kind of like Brooklyn-y white guy.
Yeah. It's probably a lot easier. than doing a very shitty Australian accent.
But no, this episode is really good. It's just like a solid. The Avengers are dealing with a thing, and everybody's going all which way and trying to figure out all this crazy bullshit kind of story. Like it's told very well. It unravels really quick. A lot of ground is covered for the 30 minutes they get. And there's kind of a sweet, tragic, classic Marvel story all at the center of it. Of
Mm-hmm.
this guy who got fucked up and this lady who loves him, and they can't be together, and isn't that sad?
Yeah, because the guy fucks up. And it's also symbolic of what's going on with Hank and Jan.
Mm-hmm. I do love how Janet's whole motivation in this episode is just, I can't fix my marriage, I can fix this marriage.
Oh no, I made it worse.
Yeah.
Oh dear God. Watching this, and Wasp and Michael are in an elevator, and Michael starts having a panic attack.
Mm-hmm.
And then Wasp just goes like, "No! Stop it! You'll hurt something." I'm just
Or
going
like the scene where she's talking to Miss Marvel on the comms, and she's just like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong? Well, I don't understand why Hank wouldn't want to be here after he's like explicitly stated it 3 times. And then Carol's just like, maybe you should give him some space. Maybe he just needs to process in his own way. And she's like, well, you're no good at cheering me up. I'm like, my God, this is fucking Stanley ass Wasp right here.
Yeah, Stanley, white woman behavior. You were right, Buster. There's a reason she's called a wasp.
Mm-hmm.
The joke is white Anglo-Saxon Protestant.
I could totally see, except no, nobody in a million years would, but I could see, just because of the way Wasp is characterized in this episode, I could see Avengers 200 happening in this show.
Dear God. You know what I would love, because we're on this riff of Wasp, a miniseries. Wasp gets canceled. There's some fun, good character moments with everybody, like Hawkeye and Black Panther joking about.
Oh yeah, Hawkeye's being like, "Oh, I've seen this episode before," and Black Panther's like correcting all his little things, and he's like, "Why are you actually taking this seriously?"
It's because it's fun. I am having fun. The Hulk just busting out some like science knowledge.
Yeah, Banner's still in there, dude.
Good
And
episode.
Tony's just like, "But what?" It's a good, solid Avengers episode. It's. I like talking about this show because we're done talking about it after like 10 minutes. We're just like, yeah, this happens, this happens, this happens. It's cool. Ooh, funny thing. Moving on.
Here's some things that are comic references and or things and whatnot. Hey, you know what time it is? It's time for news, and it's time for me to open up the shit.
Oh my God, it's almost like we started late tonight. We have to get through stuff quick so we can go to bed at a decent time.
The Hulk is best characterized in the show because it was originally meant to be a Hulk show.
Was it? I never heard that before.
I mean, they eventually did do a Hulk team up show, The Agents of Smash.
I've never heard anything about Agents of Smash. Was it okay?
It's a superhero kid show.
Mm-hmm.
What more do you want? Like that's what do you expect from it?
What do you expect from friggin' Avengers Assemble, sir?
Like, it's not often that a superhero kid show gets really impressive.
It was gonna be Hulk Gamma Core. Whoa.
That just sounds like a toy line. Sucks very unfunny. I'm not saying it's not bad. I'm just saying like it's exactly what it says on the tin. It's a middle of the road kids cartoon.
Yeah, well, there you go. It's classic oh God, what's his name? Marvel TV guy for several years.
Yeah.
Did Superman, Batman, Public Enemies.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna remember his name. Why don't I just Google Superman, Batman, Public Enemies? Not Ike Perlmutter.
The other guy. Ivy Iara?
No.
Anyway, I'll start saying the news while you look that up.
Jeff Loeb.
Jeff Loeb.
Yeah, classic Jeff Loeb era Marvel TV.
First things up, sad bit of news. Ray Stevenson, star of Ahsoka, Thor, Punisher Warzone, has passed away at 58.
Yeah, real kind of a shock with this because, I mean, like 58's not young, but the guy still probably had a few years ahead of him, I would have thought, and like he's gonna be in the Ahsoka show as a new character. And like he's been in a bunch of stuff. He's not like a, oh, I know that name, but it's like you see him and you're like, oh, it's that guy. Like obviously he was Frank Castle in Punisher Warzone. I believe he was Balder in the four movies. I could
No,
be wrong
he
about
was
that.
Volstagg.
Oh yeah, he was Volstagg. And like I'm definitely in the camp of like, wow, the Warriors 3 were really underused in the movies. They should have gotten a Disney Plus show or something.
Yeah.
But man, sucks to hear about this. I hope his family's doing okay. I didn't look into why he died, because like it didn't seem to be like a widely discussed thing. I'm assuming he had like a heart failure or something like that. But rest in peace. I hope the family is doing well. I hope they do something to pay tribute to him when Ahsoka comes out.
Yep. Hold on. I'm looking through the article and see. Oh, he was in RRR.
Hmm.
He was in Italy when it happened.
Interesting.
Marvel shuts down filming Thunderbolts and Wonder Man due to writer strikes. Good.
Hooray!
Hey, Marvel, you want to know how to get those productions back up and running? Go to the fucking table. Give them what they want.
Mm-hmm. Like, I wasn't particularly excited for either of these movies. I thought, or this movie or this Disney Plus show. I think they could be good, but like, they'll probably be a heck of a lot better if the people making them are very happy with their working conditions.
Yeah. Like that's the thing. They'll announce all these things of like, oh, look at how bad this is going. Don't you want this thing to end so all your content comes out? And it's like, yeah,
Yeah, why don't you pay them?
pay them, and then you can then we can have the content. No, you're supposed to agree with us, the big corporation.
No, fuck you. We got plenty of Avengers and Justice League and other weird 90s mid 2000s cartoons we can talk about. We don't have to talk about a new MCU thing.
Hell,
We can
you know what we could do? Push comes to shove, we could watch one of the fucking weird ass Avengers animes.
Ooh.
That was
Marvel, pay your writers or we'll have to look at the stinky.
It's not stinky. It's just a kid show anime. It's the level of like Precure and I wouldn't say like it was in the same blocks as like Precure, Kamen Rider, Super Sentai. It was a kid show made to sell toys.
You talking about like Disc Wars?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do Disc Wars.
Disc Wars.
That's what we're doing as soon as we finish EMH.
With the company who just removed Howard. Yeah.
Actually, because people got pissed at them, they said they weren't removing Howard, but they removed everything else.
Yeah. Piracy is a moral right.
It sure is.
Good news, Deadpool 3 is shooting. Bad news, they have to go completely by the script because Ryan Reynolds is not allowed to improvise, because if you improvise too much on a movie, you get an automatic writing credit.
And I think he already like worked on the script. So yes. I mean, let's hope that's a fucking great script.
Yeah. If it was like, here's the thing. It's probably like they're filming now. Everything was already set up. They already paid everything. Yeah, it's understandable to do that.
They're probably filming to a point, and then they're going to go, we're shutting down because of the writer's strike. And then they'll come back and they'll do all the stuff that they'll probably reshoot everything. I mean, a lot of big movies get completely reshot these days.
Or they may, like you said, they may do the big action beats
Mm-hmm.
where they need things to hit certain marks, and like there may not be a total lot of improv.
Yeah.
You know,
I do agree with Buster. Deadpool thrives on improv. A lot of the best moments of the first two movies were improv, from what I've read. But like I said, I think this might not be as bad as it seems. And like, let's hope it's a fucking good script.
yeah. And also, hey, wait a second. Other thing, he's wearing a mask the entire time. He
Oh
can
yeah,
do
you can just
ADR
start over.
improv. ADR improv
Mm-hmm.
is totally a thing.
That's true. That's very true.
I'm not saying that's the best way to do it, but like,
Mm-hmm.
Deadpool 3 rumors swirl as Halle Berry posts cryptic photo.
Cryptic meaning like she put some generic bullshit on there and she has white hair when she didn't a week ago. She might have a cameo in Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
Because Storm has white hair. Remember Halle Berry played Storm, everybody?
Honestly, what I would love to see is just like every major person gets the final goodbye cameo.
Mm-hmm. Give me one more silly Kelsey Grammer as Beast moment.
This is just MCU closing the door on the Fox universe, and they get their curtain call, and it's just like goodbye, everybody.
Mm-hmm. You know what I would love to happen? She shows up and like they're having a big X-Men fight. It's like the beginning of the movie. There's a huge X-Men fight, bunch of cameos. Storm shows up and zaps Toad as he's attacking Deadpool and goes like, you know what she says the line. She says, "You know what happens to a toad when it gets struck by lightning? The same thing that happens to everything else." And Deadpool just turns to her and goes, "What the fuck kind of sense does that make?" That should be the cameo.
But yeah, okay, cool. If Halle Berry shows up, she shows up. All right. Sony, Spider-Man Noir, and Silk shows halt production during writer's strike. Good.
Extra good.
Sony, if you want to keep making these things, pay your writers.
Mm-hmm. Also, don't make those things. Just don't.
I wouldn't mind a Spider-Man Noir project.
They should recreate the How It Should Have Ended video on Logan where all the Foxmen sing Les Miserables.
Les Miserables.
Oh my god.
Alright, yeah, but Noir and Silk.
Mm-hmm.
In the poop. Captain America 4 repeatedly adds Alita star Rosa Salazar in major role.
Yeah, we don't know who she's playing yet, but apparently, according to a call sheet, Rosa Salazar has been cast in Captain America New World Order. And yes, she is the lady who played Alita in Alita Battle Angel.
I need to watch that because apparently it's one of the better live-action anime adaptations.
Yeah, I do want to see it at some point. Apparently the effects work in it is really fucking good. And, like, I've heard good things about the story. So maybe it's good.
I heard it's a truncation of Alita Battle Angel, but it's like really faithful to the tone of the story, which is what a adaptation like that thrives on.
Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's James Cameron making something other than Avatar, so.
It's James Cameron producing. It was Robert Rodriguez directing, wasn't it?
Was it? I didn't follow it super closely.
I don't know. Main character still looks bad though.
That's just if you don't like big anime eyes on a realistic looking human.
I also just say, guess what? You can stomach through the uncanny valley. It's really easy.
Mm-hmm.
You just build up the muscles. Too many people are weak when it comes to media watching.
Get good. Watch more Showa Toku and bad VHS movies.
Just watch shitty content. We got the final trailer for The Flash. It's The Flash. Do we need to say anything more?
I think it looks all right. I'm happy Jeremy Irons is coming back as Alfred, even if it's only for like 2 seconds, because he's like one of the best things about that whole universe.
Okay, we'll just say that one thing right there at the beginning of the trailer to show speed was kind of cool looking.
Mm-hmm.
Hold on. Here it is. That looks cool.
Yeah, that's pretty sick. Not crazy into this movie, as I've been saying, but I want to be optimistic. I want to be hopeful. Been some kind of yikesish rumors this week that we're not going to go fully into, but I'm still hearing generally positive things. Like a friend of mine, somebody I follow who is a cosplayer, went to see the Toronto premiere tonight and posted that they actually really liked it. So it's the first time I've heard from somebody that it's good, and like I don't think they were entirely paid to say that. So who knows? I'm gonna see it. We'll find out. I've been watching through the DCEU this week. I'm not fully caught up yet. I watched Batman v Superman extended version, still shit. Watched Suicide Squad, fucking awful. One of the worst movies I've seen all year. Wonder Woman was okay till the third act. And Aquaman was legitimately good.
Oh,
I
that's
really
good.
enjoyed Aquaman. Or not Suicide Squad. Justice League. The what's his name? Joss Whedon cut. It's fine. It's fine. The
Yeah.
reshoots do not look as bad as people have been saying they do. There's shots in the third act of Wonder Woman that look worse than the Justice League reshoots.
Are you also going to watch Birds of Prey?
I am.
Okay.
I have to watch Joker. I have to watch Birds of Prey. I have to watch Wonder Woman
Joker's not
1984.
part of Snyderverse.
Yeah, but it's a DC movie that came out since I swore off, so I'm gonna watch it.
Okay.
And I mean, people have said it's good, so
It is good. I'm just saying, like, you don't have to add it to your marathon for time wise.
yeah. But I got time, so I will.
Yeah.
So that's where I'm at now. I'll probably watch. I don't know if I'll get fully caught up because Snyder's Justice League is going to be a fucking bear, but we'll see. We'll see where I'm at next week.
Yeah.
Flash looks interesting.
Flash looks interesting.
Suicide Squad is a funny bad movie for you, Buster. It was frustrating for me.
What was the most frustrating part of Suicide Squad?
Toss up between the lazy ass editing decisions and just the pure fact that they completely got Joker and Harley's relationship wrong. Like, there's a huge subplot of him trying to go after her and like break her free from prison and the Suicide Squad and all that, as if he actually cares about and is in love with her. And it's like, the fundamental point of that relationship, of that story, is he doesn't actually give a shit about her. She is a means to an end and a plaything to him. He's not going to go that far for her, and that's what ultimately causes her to get disillusioned with him. But no, have him show up in a helicopter. Fuck it.
Yeah, he was in that movie.
Yeah.
What else? There's a great video essay that Folding Ideas did on the editing of that movie, on just why does it feel so bad, and it's a great video essay. I suggest giving it a watch.
When they're introducing the characters, like some of the music choices are just like, I Google algorithm searched a song that is popular and we'll go with this character, and then it doesn't actually go with that character.
That movie tried so hard to be DC's Guardians.
Halfway through production too, very obviously.
Yeah. So hey, guess what? Jonathan Hickman's posting peak again at Marvel.
Hey!
Marvel reveals first look at Jonathan Hickman and Valero Shites. God's cast.
They're introducing a bunch of new characters that have secretly always been there and are really cool. I swear, guys, look at my OCs.
They don't look bad.
Yeah, we're getting Wayne, a powerful magic expert who's operated in secret for thousands of years and is now forced to come out of the shadows. Akiko Maki, a high-ranking agent brutally loyal to the ways of science and willing to do anything to keep the building blocks of creation in balance. Dimitri, the science boy, Wayne's reckless partner, who has a secret mission of his own to discover the dark truth of his past, Mia the Magic Girl, a young sorcerer struggling to achieve her full potential, and Cubic Core, a mysterious being of pure corruption seeking to shatter the existing systems. So this event, or like mini series, I'm not really completely clear on it. It's going to be a big science versus magic, building blocks of Marvel thing.
Yep. And it's Hickman, he can do it.
Yeah.
There's two people I trust to completely rewrite the fabric of Marvel, right? 4 people I trust. 2 of them are ones who would actively want to do it.
Yeah.
4 people I trust who would to rewrite the fabric of Marvel. That's Hickman, that's Ewing, that's Zdarsky, and that's Cates.
Mm-hmm. The book is called Gods, spelled like it's an acronym buster.
We don't know what it is yet, though.
Yeah, it's either an event or like a mini series. Or...
I think it's kind of gonna be like one of DC's one of these, where it's a mini series event thing that leads into an ongoing for these characters.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be coming in the fall though.
So this guy's Win.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just showing that we're going off. So this guy, Cubic's Core.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like.
He looks like
Death of Magic. Do you remember Death of Magic? He looks like one of the science guys.
I was gonna say he looks like Suave from Rogue Sun.
Here's a cover with Dimitri.
Mm-hmm. Dimitri, guy in boiler suit.
Yeah. And this is Mia.
Oh, she's a cutie patootie.
She's kind of got a Kitty Pryde, a little bit of Moira vibes going on.
Mm-hmm.
Here's her in a different art style, so you can kind of see where they're kind of vibing with her. It's giving me 60s Go-Go.
A little bit.
It's giving me 60s Bond girl.
I can see it.
Here's another cover with Dimitri. This looks much more like streetwear.
Mm-hmm.
This looks like tech wear, like Urban Ninja.
Yeah.
Here's Aiko Maki.
That is a mysterious Asian lady in a comic book.
Yep. It's giving a little bit of Emma Frost vibes though.
A little bit.
And that is all the characters that they revealed. And I'm excited because they've been laying some hints in some places and it looks good.
Hopefully it's good.
Yeah. The next thing, Dark X-Men team. Look at these guys. Look at these guys that we've already seen the cover for.
Yeah, we're getting a new Dark X-Men team as part of Fall of X. It's going to be led by what's her fucking face? I can't believe it's not Jean Grey.
Goblin Queen.
Yeah. And there's going to be some fuckers on it. Look, I recognize some of them. I don't recognize some others. It's a classic X-Men team.
Yeah. I'll read it.
I'll give the first issue a shot. Hopefully it's good.
Madeline Pryor, Havoc, Archangel, Gambit, Azazel, who is the red guy.
No, she's not wearing pants. She's wearing like a big loincloth skirt thing that like barely hangs onto her hips.
Yeah, it's like a thong.
That's her costume.
Yeah,
it always has been.
Yeah. It's hilarious when it's a running gag that Havoc's costume, whenever there's an event involving the Goblin Queen, Havoc's costume gets ripped and wrecked to look like her costume.
How have I not noticed that before? That's great.
He looks slutty.
Yeah.
I mean, he's a Summers brother. They're all sluts.
Slutty Hank. Or no, what's his name? What's Havoc's name?
I don't remember. Marvel's oddest Avengers team returns to fight Spider-Man's Kraven. The Pet Avengers are back.
Yeah, they're getting a miniseries.
It's cute.
Alex Summers, that's Havoc's name.
Yeah.
Slutty Alex, that's what we're getting.
So,
anyway, Pet Avengers, Marvel Unleashed, it's coming.
So our team this time is Throg, I'm guessing that's Goose.
Red Wing.
Red Wing, Lockjaw, Stephen Strange's Ghost Dog, and
Yes.
Pizza Dog.
Yeah. All the good boys. They're coming. They're gonna go. They're gonna do a thing. It's gonna be cool. I'll read it.
I love how like Pizza Dog is their Batman. He's their Hawkeye. He has no powers.
Yeah.
You have a sentient frog Thor, a telepathic hawk, a ghost dog that can talk, an alien cat, a teleporting dog, and a guy who likes pizza.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cute team, cute idea.
What's your power? I feed the rest of the team.
Pet Avengers is always a cute concept. I'm glad it exists.
Yeah, it's going to be a 5-issue mini. Hopefully it's good.
Alligator Loki gets its first print comic at Marvel.
Yeah, he's getting a one-shot.
That was the blow-up joke in the show. Sure.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah.
You'll read it.
I'll read it.
Here we go! The GOAT! The RAW! The swag! The Kino! It's back, baby.
After multiple years of Hasbro and Marvel having a great working relationship, Hasbro finally went, wait a second, we used to do comics with you. You want the license to reprint?
We just ended our relationship with IDW. You want some comic rights?
Oh, you mean we can reprint our critically acclaimed comics that have huge fan bases? Yeah, here's a ROM. Here you go.
ROM the Space Knight Omnibus Volume 1. There's probably going to be 3 of these, because this collects the first 30 issues, and I think there were like 70 issues of ROM. But, yeah. Very, very excited for this. First time in a long time I've been tempted to pre-order a trade. I really hope this means we're going to get a Marvel Legends of ROM finally. And I also hope this means that the Transformers and G.I. Joe licenses end up here. I think this might be an early indicator of that.
That might be because, hey, people still talk about the Marvel era of G.I. Joe and the Marvel era of Transformers comics.
Mm-hmm. A Buster says ROM was 75 issues plus annuals.
I definitely think if they're ever going to do anything new with ROM, any of their licenses, ROM is going to be in Marvel canon. Micronauts.
ROM's showing up in Guardians by the end of the year. Guarantee it.
Micronauts and Marvel canon. G.I. Joe and Transformers are going to be in their own universe. Are going to be in their own separate thing, like the Planet of the Apes books, like the Star Wars books, like the Alien, the Predator. They're just going to publish it.
Mm-hmm. Though, like, hey, Transformers Avengers 2, let's do a good one, huh?
Well, I haven't finished ROM low quality scans. Yeah. But hey, we're going to get full quality scans. It's going to be great.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Oh, Marvel Comics will also publish a facsimile edition of ROM's first appearance in comics September of this year. They're doing a floppy.
Yeah.
They're probably doing that as a fucking Capcom test.
One of those big True Believer reprints, I bet.
Yeah. But like we said, Micronauts is back at Marvel as well. This is a very important book for Marvel lore.
Yeah. Shame it's happening post Ant-Man, because as you mentioned, it's very obvious that Quantumania wanted to say Micronauts a couple times and just couldn't.
Marvel does do floppy reprints number all the time, but the fact that it is for an old licensed property that they're getting back, it just is like, okay, they are putting energy and effort, and it's not just an omnibus. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In fact, if you remember, take your mind back to Quantumania, we saw a bunch of people that look like that guy.
Mm-hmm. Also, this is all of Micronauts. This omnibus is just going to be, here's all of the Micronauts 80s comics in one binding.
Yep.
So, oh boy.
Looking at it, the original Marvel will conflict Micronauts 1 through 29, annuals 1 and 2, as well as materials from Micronauts Special Edition 1 through 5. Additionally, a facsimile edition Micronauts number 1 will be printed September.
Very, very exciting. I like, let's get some Marvel Legends on the go. Let's hear about maybe some new appearances for these characters, and
Honestly,
let's
though, that wouldn't be a bad place if like Hasbro was like, "Yo, Marvel, do you want all the light?" Yes, Micronauts is good. It's actually probably considered the
is it
best.
good or is it important?
I'm pretty sure it's good.
Okay.
I mean, it's also important.
Yeah.
They basically was like, "Okay, cool, let's just do a fun space opera."
But Lorehound fans like yourself can kind of sometimes misconflate the two with each other.
But Hasbro going up to Marvel, just going like, "Hey, we don't want to do anything with all these fucking weird single action figure toy lines that we acquired in the '80s. Do you just want to do the license, and then we'll have the Marvel Legends team remake the figures for the people who are nostalgic for those toys?
Mm-hmm.
Like, could be a win-win for on everybody."
I would be so down for like an Amazon 5-pack of the Micronauts and a ROM Build-A-Figure or deluxe release at some point.
A ROM figure would be cool. Oh, dude, all the Micronauts, that'd be fun. ROM when the collection comes closer. Yeah. On some other news, iconic Superman editor Mike Carlin retires from DC after 37 years.
Yep, this man has worked on stuff going as far back as the early days of Mad Magazine. Been instrumental in things like the death of Superman and all kinds of important stuff surrounding DC Comics. And as a comics fan, when you see something like this, you're tempted to say like, "Oh, it's sad he's retiring." No, this is good. This is really good that like this guy is actually able to retire after working in comics for so long.
Yeah, that he's
Uh,
able to like take a step back, do all the yeah, it's good.
mhm. Also, I should mention, he was in charge of the team responsible for making DC versus Marvel happen. So, like, very important guy. Glad he's getting his flowers. Glad he's getting to go and rest. Hey, not to be like negative towards this guy specifically, but an old hat is getting out the door. Maybe we can get some newer, younger people and some more fresh ideas in the
Yeah,
mix.
and it's also comic book fans. We have a bad habit of shitting on the editors when anything bad. Look at the Spider-Man debacle right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the immediate go-tos
Well,
shitting on the
people
editors.
have been screaming at the Spider-Man editors for almost 20 years now.
Yeah. Um, it's good to recognize an editor who did a good job and like kept the book on track, did all that kind of stuff.
Made important stuff happen.
Hey, guess what? Batman, Catwoman, Gotham War happening.
Yep, we're getting a crossover event between Chip Zdarsky's Batman title and Teenie Howard's Catwoman title. It's essentially going to be the Catwoman and Batman warring for control of Gotham streets because of some reason that I'm sure we'll figure out once the books actually come out.
Oh my god, did they do the fucking cleft chin swirl thing for Batman?
A little bit, a little bit. Look at that. I
Yeah.
don't know. Hopefully this is good.
I
I
like the
haven't been
purple
reading
overtone.
Catwoman.
I like the purple overtones on this Catwoman costume because it looks like the '90s one.
Yeah. I haven't been reading Catwoman, so it's going to be interesting getting caught up. All I really know is like she's in prison right now, and there's a some young Asian lady that's taken on the mantle for her, but like Selena still gets moments in the book, so we'll see how that works out. I guess she gets out of prison and goes like, "What if I took over all the gangs? What if I did that?" And then Bruce is just like, "Selena, no!"
Selena, no. Image Comics signs exclusivity to Lunar Distribution.
They're leaving Diamond.
Yep. Who's left publishing through Diamond right now?
Marvel, Boom, Dynamite, and I think a couple others.
I thought Marvel was only doing that in part of the country.
They might be, I'm not sure. But like this is the second big company to break away since DC did.
Yeah.
So that monopoly is just crumbling, and I am eating up those crumbs. I love it. It's delicious.
Yeah. Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, Miles Morales, and 2099 by Hot Toys.
Hey, it's toy news time, everybody. Look, we got the full look at the Across the Spider-Verse Hot Toys this week. Except for Gwen. I guess they're saving Gwen for next week.
Yeah.
But man, Miles is getting multiple outfits. He's got all these option parts. He's got this big impressive diorama base. Very, very nice looking. And Miguel does not look like a hot toy. I'm sorry. He
No.
looks like an upscaled Marvel Legends. And we're going to talk about this a couple different times tonight. That Oscar Isaac likeness is just not on point. It is not optimal.
Gwen might have
Gwen might
spoilers.
have spoilers. Ooh, good point. Good point, Buster.
Miles looks great though.
Yeah, looking very swish.
A lot of fun accessories, cool
Mhm.
stuff. There we go. And Miguel O'Hara. I wouldn't say Marvel Legends. I'd say it's looks like SH Figure Arts Mayfex.
Yeah, it just like
I
and
mean,
that.
that's not supposed to be Oscar Isaac. That's the character design.
Yeah, but like it's based off of Oscar Isaac. It's a mix. The design in the movie is a mix of Oscar Isaac and the comic design, and it just doesn't quite hit in figure form for whatever reason, I think.
It looks good. It just doesn't look like a hot toy.
Yeah, but they're asking hot toy prices.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's been a thing with the Spider Verse toys of Miles. He's just a little guy. He's a little scrimblow.
Oh, yeah. Oh my god, he does have his fucking finger claws. That's great.
Oh boy, he's gonna scratch ya.
I mean, that's how he climbs walls.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, no, I can. Yeah, it's weird that he looks so. It's weird that he's plastic. Maybe they were trying to emphasize how blocky he is compared to Miles.
Maybe.
You know,
Mhm.
Mondo X-Men animated Sabretooth.
Yeah, we got a tease of their Sabretooth like right after the episode came out last week, and then they full on revealed it just today, and it looks pretty good. It looks like a Mondo Sabretooth. What can I say?
Look at that
Big
asshole.
big 12-inch asshole.
Look at that asshole.
Look at him go.
Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse SH Figure Arts. Uh, this.
I do not like the way this looks. I don't like all the techie detail they put on him.
Yeah, because that's just a flat detail on the character model, and here it's deep. It's like has depth and it doesn't look right.
Yeah, it's the same thing they did with the Into the Spider-Verse figure arts, where like everybody had this basketball texture sculpted on them, and it made them look really awkward. They're putting this techie detail on Miguel, and it doesn't look great. And I don't love that on Masthead again. It's not optimal, especially because this is a premium Bandai exclusive, so you're gonna have to
Jesus.
pay out the ass for this.
It looks okay.
Hmm.
Here's the thing. I wouldn't say it removes the color. It just looks like it's a different lighting environment.
Probably. I did see somebody mention that of like all the shots of him in the movie, there's like blue and red lights getting shined on his face.
Yeah.
And I think that might be contributing to why it doesn't look right.
Squadron Supreme, Nighthawk and Blur.
Yeah, fan channel exclusive 2-pack of the classic costumes for these two, because that's something they've been working on recently. We got a couple other Squadron Supreme guys a while back. I forget who exactly, but these two guys look fairly solid. They're on fairly old bodies, so of course people are going to complain about like, oh, they don't look perfectly up to date, but like they look fine enough for those guys. I love that they actually gave Nighthawk night ranks, I guess.
Yeah.
And it's like, hey, good job. We're getting closer to completing the Squadron Supreme. We just need a very powerful princess at some point.
Yeah. I love how there are several interpretations of Batman where they just go like, what if he was black?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like a weird common trope. I don't know why.
Yep, Stan Lee did it. Whoever made the Squadron Supreme did it, and now DC themselves has done it with Jace Fox.
Batman, but black.
Black man, let's go.
Marvel Legends West Coast Avengers 5-pack exclusive. Look at that.
Yep, this is the new Amazon exclusive 5-pack based on the West Coast Avengers. It is going to be Hank Pym in his civilian outfit, Mockingbird in her classic costume, Tigra, Silver Centurion, Iron Man, and I believe it's Julia Carpenter, Spider Woman, in the black costume. Yeah. So these look pretty good. Obviously, some people are going to be kind of upset because some long-awaited looks are getting put in a 5-pack with some looks we already have. But I mean, like, they're all solid updates to the figures we already had. There's a new head for Tigra, and the contrast on her orange has been cranked up a little bit. Iron Man's got the white coloring instead of the silver for the Silver Centurion, which was how he was drawn in some books. So valid look to have.
Mm-hmm.
Hank Pym gives us some new parts for the boiler suit look that makes it more of a jumpsuit and means we could possibly use this body for other characters in the future, like the Tinkerer, just to throw somebody out there. Julia
New red ghost.
New Red Ghost. Julia Carpenter, we've had her before a couple different times in Marvel Legends, but we haven't had her on this newest, most articulated female body yet. And Classic Mockingbird, never gotten that in Marvel Legends before. I've asked for it several times before on this, and I think they did an okay job. I know some people have been saying, like, oh, she should have had the big, long, poofy sleeves, and the mask is too big, but, like, I don't have a problem with the mask being big. It always looked big in the art to me. And the poofy sleeves would have killed some of the articulation. I don't mind that they took the artistic liberty of giving her cuffs.
Yeah. But hey,
So,
West Coast Avengers.
fairly tempted to pick this one up.
There's only one, like, I'm just thinking of the one Avengers scene we haven't had Marvel Legends for yet.
What's that?
The Great Lakes Avengers.
Oh, yeah.
Give us the Great Lakes, more Hasbro.
Get to it.
We got another Hot Toys. This is Batman.
Yep, this is Michael Keaton Batman from The Flash. It is essentially the same figure as their Batman 1989 Batman, but there's a new unmasked head that looks old.
Yeah.
Makes sense, but, like, who fucking cares except for Hot Toys fanatics?
I mean, the costume's a little different. It has some different detailing.
Yeah, I hadn't really noticed that until, like, this and the new trailer. It's got a little more, like, sculpted and, like, armory detail going on than the original costume, which I guess makes sense given that, like, it's so many years on.
Mafex, Dark Knight Returns Joker, and Ultraman Zolfi.
Yeah, so we got our Mafex solicitations for the month in. It is essentially a repaint of their Joker with some new accessories and 2 different heads than the original release. And Zoffy from Shin Ultraman, which is just Shin Ultraman in gold and black. That's how he looked in the movie, so it makes sense, but it is a couple cheap and easy repaints this month from Mafex.
He wants a high five.
Mm-hmm.
Are you gonna give him a high five?
I'll give you a high five, Sophie.
It should have the head suit, but smiles in the cowl. Sure.
That wouldn't make sense because it's the Flash. But if they do, I'm sure they've done a Batman Returns version where you can get that anyway.
TMNT Ninja Turtles 3 teaser. This is the one where it's not a great movie and they go back in time.
Yep, but NECA did a crap ton of figures for the first Turtles movie. They're working through Turtles 2 right now, and I guess, oh boy, it's coming. It's coming. Get your highly detailed, highly accurate figures of the terrible Turtles and Samurai costumes.
You know what I would love if NECA made figures of the ones from the concerts tour.
They did that.
Oh, they did that? Did they look like the crappy suits?
Mm-hmm. It was a Target exclusive box set a couple of years ago.
Motherfuckers, here's the thing. NECA's focused on 30-year-old collectors. They aren't.
Yeah. People have been asking NECA and Super 7 actually, like, hey, could you do 2000 free soon? So they know people want that, but it's probably still a year or two off.
I would their Playmates would probably hit it first. Not
Playmates
Playmates.
doesn't really.
Not Playmates. Super 7.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I meant. I meant Super 7 will probably hit it first.
I could say it because I was going to say like Playmates really only does like
The
weird
current thing.
crossovers and the current thing.
Yeah. Because NECA just feels like it's just right. It's like I don't. NECA
It's what Randy wants to make. That's what NECA is.
Hey, guess what? It's time for comics.
Hey!
Guess what we both read?
It's time to talk about comics on the Comic Book Show. What did we both read, buddy?
Read Doom Patrol.
Hey, this issue was fucking cool.
This issue was fucking great. It was just
It is Lie to the Police, the issue.
They're just running away from the Lanterns because they run into a new meta human who is a fusion of a human and a Starro.
Mm-hmm.
There was not an issue of Spider-Man this week.
No, we are safe. But they're not safe from the Lanterns because Guy is just in full-on dickhead mode, going like, "Oh, it's a fucking Starro. Any Starro is going to be a problem. We got to get this Starro." And Robot Man's just like, "Will you leave him the fuck alone?"
Yeah.
And then I think Larry's like, "Them. What? They, them pronouns. Oh, sorry."
Yeah. But it's neat. It tackles how DC is handling the metahuman-y stuff, and it's not exactly like Marvel because each situation is different.
Mm-hmm. And I like how it's a very explicit, like, hey, the police can be really shitty, but not all police are really shitty. Because, like, Guy's there, and he's going full asshole mode. But Kyle's like, man, do we have to? There might be more to this. And Guy's just like,
all this kind of stuff. There's a lot of bits and bobs. And it ends with Peacemaker showing up.
Yep.
It's going
a lot of Peacemaker this week, interestingly enough.
It definitely feels like they're just going like, oh, Peacemaker's a character people actually like? Cool, let's use him.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see why not. Good book, though. We both read Action Comics 1055.
Yeah, 1055. This is an easier way to say it, I find. But, like, this issue was real stinking good. I liked a lot about it. I liked
the return of the Reign of the Superman cast. It's just a reunion.
Yeah, just like here, you got Hank Henshaw, you got Superboy's hanging out, you got
Steel,
all them, you got Steel, you got friggin'
Eradicator.
Eradicator shows up out of nowhere, and the whole time Metallo's just going like, "Oh, the Super Family's not so bad. They want to help me. Oh, these kids are cool. Oh, I hope you kids don't turn out shitty like me and my sister did."
But also, it's like he is like, I'm gonna do my time, and hopefully your dad can help me be a good person.
Mm-hmm. And then we get like a free page recapping of his origin that is like one of the best like anti-gun stories I've read in a while.
I also like the whole theming of like he used the gun once and he just felt like he had to keep getting more and more power until eventually he became the gun.
Mm-hmm. Also, Judgmental Kara in a Kryptonian bathrobe this issue.
Overall, good issue. Hank Henshaw coming back is fun.
Mm-hmm. I do not care about the backups anymore. I've fully stopped engaging with those.
I read them. The second one is like the John one's okay, and the last one is interesting. Because Steel is like showing off some like new defensive tech for Metropolis and going like, hey, here's force fields that we can put around buildings to stop them from being destroyed whenever a supervillain attacks. And like he showcases them all with his niece and Superboy helping out. And then he walks into his office and Mr. Terrific sitting in the chair going like, hey, we need to have a talk. And he's like, oh shit.
Interesting.
So yeah, Action Comics. Pretty good.
Pretty good.
I read New Mutants Lethal Legion.
Hey, what happened in that, buddy?
The kids who are stealing from the villain find a remnant of the Celestial who committed Judgment Day.
Oh, sick.
And it's gonna blow if they fuck with it. The old New Mutants come in, help get them out, and now they're traveling, trying to deal with the thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Traveling mutants.
Thor.
What's he doing?
He's trying to save a baby from being killed by Thanos.
As you do.
It turns out the baby is Hela.
Oh no!
She grows up, and they arrive in the past when Thor is a young guy, and Hela goes like, "What are we doing here?" And Thor just looks at her and goes like, "Well, I think we're here to meet your father." And you see Loki out in the distance.
Well done.
I wouldn't say this book has lost the plot, but it is.
It's spinning out of control, waiting for fucking
waiting for it to end
to show up.
Yeah. You read City Boy.
Hey, the next installment in DC's this year edition of We're Trying to Make New Characters. Look, everybody. It's all right. It feels very paint by numbers kind of stuff. Like the powers are interesting, but there's not a whole lot of crazy creative stuff done with them. And it's very basic. This guy has a tragic backstory. He's looking for his mom, and he befriends a homeless man, and they stumble upon a conspiracy. Like I've seen that from superhero stuff so many times that I'm just kind of like, all right.
Yeah. All right. I mean, other people really enjoyed it.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see.
I'm not other people, though. I'm special.
You read Rangers Academy.
Yeah, this finally got added to our site this week. So I read the Ranger Academy Free Comic Book Day Special, which is essentially the first fucking issue of the book. This feels like an issue 1, but I guess either this is like the first half of issue 1, or like they're going to heavily reference it in it. I don't fucking know. I don't work at Boom Studios. All I know is it's okay.
Okay.
It barely has anything to fucking do with Power Rangers, though. It really feels like somebody had a concept for like a fun space, goofy, these progressive young ladies and non-binary person are learning to be heroes kind of a story. And one of them has a mysterious past relating to their father figure. What's going on with that? It feels like the start of most Netflix cartoons, honestly. I got Voltron vibes from this. And like, not in a bad way, just in a, this isn't Power Rangers, but it's still good way.
Back. Honestly, what you just described is the first half of the first episode of how many seasons of Power Rangers?
I mean, kinda.
It feels like the first half of the first episode from what you're describing.
Well, I think that entirely depends on if somebody morphs in the next issue.
All right, what's next? Oh, we both read Green Arrow.
Hey, this issue is fucking hilarious.
It's fun.
Because it's just, it is Roy going, my daughter! I gotta go get my daughter! And it's just Ollie being a goof stuck
uncle.
in space.
Being a good uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I love how Black Canary goes like, whoa, hold on. What? You tell me not to fucking go and do all this shit? It's like, no, you're better with that bow. Use it.
And then like fucking Ollie's like, hey, Leanne, look, I made vegetarian chili, try it. And then he tries it and he's like, oh, this chili sucks.
And that's a mortal sin for Ollie.
Mm-hmm.
Making bad chili?
Mm-hmm. And essentially, the plot is there's some kind of weird cosmic fuckery causing Ollie to jump around various places in space time, and he never stays one place very long. And so at the end of the issue, him and Leanne get zapped off to another place. Uh, Meanwhile, while they're raiding Cadmus, Roy and Dinah first encounter, I think it's Count Vertigo, yes. And he's like, hey, I know some stuff that could help you out. And then Peacemaker and Lady Peacemaker show up and they're like, hey, Peace Wrecker is her name, excuse me. Peacemaker and Peacemaker show up and they're like, hey, you blew up a government facility. That means we have to fight, fucker. Use the Madonna voice for Roy forever. Okay.
Yeah, good book. Good book.
Mm-hmm.
We both read Vanish.
This fucking book, man. I keep waiting for it not to hit, and it just always hits.
Because Donny Cates knows how to write an addiction allegory.
Mm-hmm.
Because that's all this book is this guy is addicted on magic heroin.
Yep. The fucking the whole thing with the friend and being like, yeah, death's not so bad, but like, there's this and that and well, wait, what? Oh, that happened? Oh, it's gotten that much worse? Okay, I guess I'll see what I can do.
Ugh.
That was woof.
So many little things. Donny Cates was an ex-addict, yes. He has gone to rehab. And you can tell in a lot of his work.
Yeah, he's an ex-addict. He's a Texan. He's a goth, and he has a son. That's everything that's in all of his books.
Yep. He also has a strained relationship with his father. Like, Donny Cates heard the phrase "write what you know," and he took it to fucking heart.
Yep. A lot of his books are very similar, but most of them are good.
He also is a massive fan of comic books, and he likes to talk about comic books.
Mm-hmm. Donny Cates, come on Modular Components.
Donny Cates is great. I love Donny Cates' writing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All his books now make sense.
Yeah, go read God Country and see how much that makes sense.
Ooh, God Country's so good.
God Country is fucking awesome.
I read Hollow's Eve.
Oh, Jesus, I forgot this came out this week. Is it still good?
Solid enough. It's better than Spider-Man.
What a low bar that is, though.
And this time Spider-Man is a cool dude.
Yay!
So basically, she's trying to solve her problems, all this kind of stuff. Spider-Man shows up and goes like, "Hey, the fuck you doing? You're being really suspicious." And like, because he talks to her for a little bit, no, it's in continuity.
Mm-hmm. Hollow's Eve is Ben Reilly's girlfriend who got powers.
She got Halloween mask powers.
Yeah, she got Halloween mask powers during a dumb event.
Yeah, and then Peter shows up and looks at her and goes like, "What the fuck? What are you? When did you get power? What? Well, you still have powers?"
He didn't see that during the event?
No, he's like, "You still okay, whatever." And they fight a little bit. He knocks the mask off. She's like, "Oh my god, he can knock my mask off. That's not good."
That's a problem.
Yeah. And she goes to Beyond to try and solve the situation. It doesn't go well. It's good. It's solid. I also read Extreme Venomverse.
Hey, what kind of kooky tales did you read this time from the Venomverse?
What if, when Peter removed the alien symbiote, Black Cat realized that the symbiote was attracted to her and went and freed it, and they became Venom.
Hey, that's an interesting concept.
Yeah, because remember, when Peter was wearing the Venom symbiote, when Black Cat was trying to run away from a confrontation, the Venom symbiote webbed her. So that's where that kind of takes off that.
Yeah, I was actually listening to a little bit of the back issues on the Black Costume Saga, so That makes sense.
The other one is it doesn't take place in any specific time and continuity. Like there's no divergent point. It's just they're cops are taking Eddie into a police cell. The symbiote was horny for what Black Cat was doing for Peter, which was excitement.
Mm-hmm.
That's the difference. It's like, oh, you're actually fucking cool, not Mary Jane.
Yeah, you're not a killjoy.
Eddie Brock is being put into a prison cell. The Venom symbiote shows up and goes like, Eddie! And he gets onto Eddie and goes like, wait a second, you're not Eddie! And then Dum Dum Dugan shows up and goes like, yeah, that's an Eddie Brock life model decoy.
Oh.
And symbiote goes like, oh, God, Brock! And he turns into a cyborg.
Hey.
That's it. That's the story.
All right.
And the last one is taking a piss on Neil Gaiman.
Oh, okay.
It's in the 1600s universe.
Oh.
What a court jester Venom.
Interesting.
They do this whole a whole big take on an Edgar Allan Poe story. Carnage shows up and kills that Venom. It's just a neat Venom design, really.
Yeah, it's got like the Mighty Morphin Black Ranger diamond design on its chest.
Yeah. Here's the thing. Marvel has already taken a couple pisses on that story. It's not the worst thing in the world. And realistically, you could take that bit and put it in a completely different thing and not worry about it. It's fine.
Well, I can't wait for this wave of Marvel Legends.
We'll just say this. Neil Gaiman doesn't have a problem with Marvel doing it because he's still working with Marvel.
Yeah. Isn't he writing Miracle Man right now?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also read The Excellent.
Hey, was it excellent?
Yes. It's also incredibly fucking weird. So the bad guy team fucking goes to the Hollywood Stars area and starts breaking the sidewalk. And so Mr. Sensitive says, like, they're destroying what we really stand for. Fame and excess.
Buster in the chat, Patrick Star fucking dies. No!
So they go and fight, and then all their information gets doxed.
Oh, man.
Like, it's revealed that the one character who has, like, fat powers was Googling gastric bypass surgery and fat-shaming herself.
Ooh.
And, like, there's a narration thing of, like, Mr. Sensitive once said a racist comment on Twitter.
Ooh.
Did this guy who wrote books and movies actually plagiarized?
Whoa.
And then the people who are watching this fight start throwing garbage at them, going like, we thought you were heroes. You're not. You're nothing like we thought you were.
Commentary on this book isn't very subtle, is it?
No, it isn't, because Buster, this is a sequel to a 2000s parody comic. Like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. It is the same team coming back and writing these characters.
A parody comic that was a replacement for something else they were trying to get made at the time.
Yeah. The bad guy team goes back. They're the two girls are trying to kill Zeitgeist. And he goes like, no. And it's like, all right, cool, whatever. And the whole big thing. And he kills Toodle Pip, their teleporter.
Oh no,
she's dead.
Get the 5 moving.
Yeah. I also read Hellcat.
Hey, was it a hell of a cats?
Well, they're doing something to Hellcat, and they're kind of, I wouldn't say retconning. I think they're giving her some interesting hell powers.
Is she getting the spirit of vengeance?
No, because she dies, ends up in hell. Her ex-husband shows up as the little bunny and goes like, hey, You could just say no. You could just like tell the universe to fuck off. And she goes like, what? All right, universe, fuck off. And she wakes up back in her body. And she's like, what the fuck? Okay. And she tries to continue. And she and Sleepwalker run into Blackheart. And Blackheart looks at her and goes like, oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, whatever you want, ma'am. I'll tell you everything. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Interesting.
And Rick asks Sleepwalker if like, hey, why'd you leave your like thingamajig at the crime scene? He goes like, cause I put it there. Cause I don't trust Patsy. It's there as a plant. It's like I didn't trust the person. I don't trust any of this. It was there as like I was planting evidence to like force the story to happen. Things are, the universe has a vendetta against Patsy Walker.
When doesn't it?
I also read Daredevil and Echo.
Hey, how was that flashback book?
It's not a flashback.
What?
The issues, it's semi-flashback. It's like a flashback to like a year ago in comics.
Oh.
It's like it's early Zdarsky Daredevil Matt Murdock costume, Elektra Daredevil woman costume. They're working together in New York when all this stuff happens.
Okay, should or shouldn't I read this?
I liked it, but it feels very much of like it's a self-contained story for what's going on to kind of like
The Echo show was supposed to be out right now.
It's good. It makes Echo seem like a fun character. And there's a neat little flashback parallel story. Yes, Echo is the deaf character who is a Native American woman. It's all kinds of fun.
Yeah, we're getting all the episodes in one day. I'm so excited. Thank you so much.
But basically, there's a parallel story during the time of the gangs of New York. Are you aware of what I'm talking about?
No.
There was a time period in the 1800s in New York where there was just massive Irish gangs. And they would fucking...
that. I thought you were referring to a Marvel period of time. No, I know what the fuck that is.
Yeah. Matt Murdock's ancestor was a gang member in that.
Oh, of course.
But he quit the gang because he found Jesus.
Fucking Christ, Matthew.
And basically, shit's starting to go down, and his old gang comes up to him and goes like, hey, we need your help. And he's like, I'll help you, but like, I'm out. I'm not in the gang anymore. They're like, yeah, no, we understand. We just need help. So they're investigating this shit.
West Side Story.
So they're investigating this shit. And Echo's ancestor goes like, hey, white boys, you don't know jack and shit. Okay. And she goes like, by the way, there's some dark fucking ritual happening underneath your church. And they go under there. At the same time, Daredevil and Echo are going under and exploring. And they uncover the stairway in the church. And Daredevil says, see no evil. Echo says, hear no evil.
Oh my god.
You get it, because they're blind and deaf.
Now we just need Hawkeye for hear no evil.
No. Hear no evil.
Yeah.
Echo stuff, we need a mute.
Who speak no evil? Who can we get? Oh, we gotta get Black Bolt.
Yeah.
What's Blackagar up to this week?
He's in space.
Oh, well, he could take a vacation on Earth.
Man, it's fun. It's a fun book. The art's really good. Remember the artist from the Young Cable book?
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's that kind of art.
Oh, I want to read that now. Fuck.
You read Nightwing.
Hey, it's the finale to the storyline that has probably gone on a few too many issues in Nightwing
Oh.
of the fucking demon girl and like, oh, we gotta fight Neron. Remember all that?
Mm-hmm.
We're wrapping it up here because at the end of the last issue, Neron went, "Oh, I know how to fucking stop you, Nightwing. I'm gonna give you a choice you can't refuse. I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse." And so, at the start of this issue, Nightwing has all of Superman's powers, and
Oh,
he's like,
that's
"What the fuck are you doing? Just consider it a gift. Just go have some fun. Aren't your friends in trouble right now? Maybe you should go help your friends." He's like, fucking all right. So he goes and he stops all the people who are attacking the rest of the Titans on Themyscira, and then he's like, okay, I have these powers for a day because I think Neron said a day. What am I gonna do? And while that's going on, fucking Trigon shows up to Neron's Hell Castle and is like, "What are you doing? Why are you fucking with my daughter, you asshole?" And he's like, "I don't know. Why can't you keep your daughter under control, you bitch?" Uh, but then we cut back to Earth and Wally, Flash, and Nightwing decide like, hey, let's see who's faster. Let's do that. Oh shit, a dam burst in Africa. We should probably fix that. Hey, Superman reference, changing the course of mighty rivers. Haha. And then he's like, oh, speaking of Superman, and he goes to Metropolis and he's like, yo, Superman, check it out. I have your powers. He's like, whoa, how'd that happen? Magic bullshit. It's temporary. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, let me show you something. And they fly up into Earth's orbit. And he's like, check it out. Look how fragile it all is. Look at the view. Take it in. This is important. You need to see this. He's like, whoa. Like, yeah, now you get it. Okay, go have fun. And then there's a big old fight. He almost saves the little girl. Neron takes away the powers at the last fucking second, and he's like, "Well, what do you think? You could save her if you just signed the contract. Is you? I can have your soul because I just really need a soul right now, man. I just need a hit. I just need a fucking soul." And then he's like, "Yeah, I could do that, or." And he hits him with the baton and it stuns him and turns him into a weird monster mash for half a second. And he's like, yeah, fuck you, I'm leaving. And that's it. That's how they beat Neron. It's just like, hey, Nightwing's stronger than that. He's not going to give in to a deal with the devil. Nightwing is better than Spider-Man. Fuck you. Um, and then we get a nice little wrap up where the little girl decides to stay and train with the Amazons and also gets her own little suit and hero identity and is made an honorary Titan. Her name's Nightbuster. Remember that when she joins the Titans in like 6 years. Uh, and then Raven goes to Neron's Hell Castle and is like, "Hey, fuck you! I found a clause in your contract. I own all your shit now. But I don't have time to delegate all this, so I'm gonna give it to this demon lady I'm friends with. Bye." So that's a thing. Neron has now been fully nullified.
that's just setting up for Underworld 2.
Mm-hmm. Nightbuster. Yep, it is. It is literally just she took part of Nightwing's name and part of Blockbuster's name as a way of sticking it to Blockbuster. Pretty good.
And yeah, this is a meme cover.
Yeah, Bruno Redondo really do be wildin'.
It's not the worst cover that could be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. All right, wrap up to a story that's been very all over the place, I gotta admit.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And finally, we both read Fury.
This was I liked it, but I get the feeling you got a lot more out of it than I did.
Yeah, it's really good. It's a really good, just like love letter to like the weirdo spy shit in Marvel.
Nice.
Um, okay, literally, when Nick Fury Jr. is going like, "Oh, I gotta read up on family history," and he pulls out a Nick Fury Agent of Shield comic,
Mm-hmm.
I was like, I don't remember. Hold on, let me look that up. And I looked up that comic volume. The issue in this comic is numbered 19. Guess how many were in the original run of that comic?
18.
Yep. It is the
Nice.
story we never got.
Hey.
No,
I
this
mean,
isn't.
hey guys, Secret Invasion coming out book, yes, but also it's Nick Fury's 60th anniversary.
It's Nick Fury's 60th anniversary, and it's also this is the motivational setup for what is essentially a new status quo element for Marvel Comics.
Yeah.
Because it's Nick Fury Jr. going through and like going like, oh shit, this one adventure my dad went on all these years ago is kind of rearing its head, and it's really showcasing that there's a lot of evil organizations in the universe right now that need someone to fight against to protect the regular folk.
Mm-hmm. Somebody's got to keep them in check.
And we just see Nick Fury Jr. kind of like going on this adventure while also reflecting on his dad. And eventually they pull this whole big spy switcheroo on this one woman who has like this fucking magic key thing. And they do the spy shit. And Nick Fury Jr. and Nick Fury have like a conversation of like, hey, I lost sight of what it meant to be a good guy. I tried to keep the status quo, and I didn't fight for what was right. I need to leave so I can figure out what the fuck that is.
Mm.
And Nick Fury Jr. is like, all right. And he all that kind of stuff. And basically the Watcher goes like, hey, you can do whatever you want. I mean, totally. You could stay up here with all my cool gadgets. I mean, it's not like the Earth really could use like some kind of like protective barrier against threats or anything. And
I'm not lonely or anything. It's fine. You baka.
No. It's the opposite of that. He's basically saying like, hey, you should go restart S.H.I.E.L.D., but he can't interfere, so he has to be very obscure about it. And Nick Fury Jr. goes like, you couldn't be laying it on thicker if you had a fucking shovel. I know. And he goes like, I guess it's time to start up the family business. And it says, see what happens to Nick Fury in Fantastic Four #7, in which we've already read and we know what happens. Him and Maria Hill are restarting S.H.I.E.L.D.
Great. I totally got all of that. I was very into it the whole way. The art in this book is gorgeous. I'll give it that. Mm-hmm. This is shit I don't know.
Imagine if this was G.I. Joe.
If this was G.I. Joe, I'd have probably been like, dude, God, man.
Yeah. Because they're basically also setting up a brand new, big bad villain group called Zodiac.
Ooh.
Which is
a ruthless terrorist organization that wants to rule the world.
Actually, the opposite. They're an anarchist terrorist organization. They are an anarchist terrorist organization who wants nobody to rule the world.
Oh boy.
And literally Nick Fury goes like, Nick Fury is like fighting, Nick Fury Sr. is fighting this woman who's part of this group and goes like, oh, anarchists. Yeah, I fought with some of y'all during World War II. Some anarchists were pretty cool dudes. And it's like, okay, so it's not necessarily they are the bad guys because of what they want, but they're bad guys for their actions they're taking. That's the direction they're going. Back when Marvel military, I sleep.
Back when Marvel licensed Marvel military. Yes, let's go. Back when G.I. Joe, go raw.
And literally, like, she says the acronym for what Zodiac means. And Nick Fury Sr. goes like, that Z word isn't a real word. That's not a real word. Don't worry, we all do it to make the acronym. We make up shit to make the acronym fit. Which I think is a cute little bit. But yeah, no, that is it for all the comics we read this week.
Pretty good. Alright week.
Yeah.
Some good stuff. Some okay stuff.
Yeah.
Nothing like outright bad. So
you want to tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, hey everybody, I'm the Vacuuminator. I make YouTube videos about things and stuff. You can find them on youtube.com at the Vacuuminator. I just put out a video about Star Wars toys. I've got a video coming out this week about a manga
Oh my
So
god.
if you like your crazy Chinese mango comics, go subscribe at the Vacuuminator. Also follow me on Twitter at the Vacuuminator. Follow me on Tumblr, thevacuuminator.tumblr.com. Follow me on Instagram at the underscore Vacuuminator and on TikTok at the underscore Vacuuminator. That's it. I have places where I put out content. You know about them now. Go engage with algorithms.
Hey, howdy, howdy. I'm Bungo Writer. I do a variety of content on the internet. I stream on Twitch Monday, Thursdays, and Fridays. I post videos on YouTube at Boingo Writer, and I post variety of things on social media at Boingo_Writer, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And I post on Tumblr. This has been Modular Media's No Price Podcast. Fuck it, I gotta piss. I
What?
cannot hold it. I'll
What?
be right back.
What?
You want to just tell everybody about the channel, please?
Hi, fucking Modular Media. We make stuff. There's modular components where we shoot the shit. Much like Boingo is shooting shit with piss right now, I guess. Uh, it's there's guests sometimes. Most recent one was Citizen Hal. We just booked a new boy. He'll be on in a couple of weeks. So subscribe. Get ready for that. There's Twit where Buster and I talk about Tokusatsu. Oh boy, a lot of shit came out this week. I'm gonna have to watch it all tomorrow. What a fun time that'll be. It comes out on Tuesday. You like your Japanese superheroes in addition to your American comic book superheroes? Yeah, I'll listen to that podcast. Do you like all kinds of media? Do you want to hear it talked about in a cyclical book club format? Free plus hours of stuff. Jesus fucking Christ. We got analytical fanboys. It's a podcast. We talk about stuff. Hey, next episode's gonna be on a comic. It's gonna be on an internet comic. So if you like Scoob and Shag, subscribe for Analytical Fanboys. New episode coming out next week, next Friday. Not this coming Friday, but next Friday. So yeah, you'll want to be up in with that. I don't know what I'm doing with my hand right now. But hopefully it'll be a good time and you'll be there for it. Yeah, that's it. That's the modular lineup. So, like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell to enable notifications, get all our uploads delivered right to your inbox.
Yeah.
Also follow us.
I'm
Oh,
back.
Jesus, he's back.
Yeah, I am really sorry. Oh, I thought, oh man, you gotta power through it. Nope. Too uncomfy.
That was hilarious.
Too uncomfy. Do you have anything else you want to say?
Fucking piss, man. Wow.
Enough said.